Delhi, a bustling metropolis of millions, faces a stark reality, a severe water crisis. The city's thirst for water grows thirstier with each passing year, but the sources that quench this thirst are drying up. Groundwater, the lifeline for many, is being extracted at an alarming rate. This over-reliance on groundwater has pushed the city towards a water emergency. The situation demands immediate attention and action. The Central Groundwater Board paints a grim picture. Their data reveals that Delhi's groundwater resources are being depleted at an unsustainable pace. This depletion has far-reaching consequences. It not only threatens the city's water security, but also poses significant risks to its environment and people. The time to act is now before the crisis spirals out of control. The consequences of inaction are dire. Imagine a Delhi where taps run dry. Imagine a city where basic sanitation becomes a luxury. This is the future we face if we fail to address the water crisis. The time for complacency is over. We must act now to secure Delhi's water future. The heart of Delhi's water crisis lies in its depleted aquifers. These underground water reservoirs, once brimming, are now shrinking at an alarming rate. The Central Groundwater Board estimates that Delhi's groundwater extraction rate far exceeds its recharge rate. This means that for every drop of water replenished, multiple drops are being pumped out. This imbalance is pushing Delhi's water security to the brink. The over-extraction of groundwater has severe consequences. It leads to land subsidence, where the ground literally sinks. This can damage buildings, roads, and other infrastructure. Moreover, as groundwater levels plummet, it becomes increasingly expensive and difficult to extract. This places a strain on resources and exacerbates the water crisis. The depletion of aquifers is not just an environmental issue, it's a social and economic one too. It disproportionately impacts the poor and marginalized, who often lack access to alternative water sources. As water becomes scarcer and more expensive, these communities bear the brunt of the crisis. While the water crisis affects all of Delhi, its impact is not uniform. The Central Groundwater Board has classified different areas based on the severity of groundwater depletion. Some areas are relatively safe, with groundwater levels still within manageable limits. Others, however, are categorized as critical, indicating a dire situation. South and southwest Delhi, for instance, are grappling with severe groundwater depletion. These areas are heavily urbanized, with a high density of residential and commercial buildings. The demand for water is high, but the natural recharge of aquifers is limited. This imbalance has pushed these areas into the critical category. In contrast, areas like North and Northwest Delhi, which are closer to the Yamuna River, fare slightly better. However, even these areas are not immune to the crisis. As groundwater depletion continues, the safe zones of today could easily become the critical zones of tomorrow.
Quenching Delhi's thirst. A multi-pronged approach. Addressing Delhi's water crisis requires a multifaceted approach. The CGWB recommends a range of measures, including rainwater harvesting, wastewater treatment and reuse, and promoting water conservation practices. These solutions, if implemented effectively, can help alleviate the crisis and secure Delhi's water future. Rainwater harvesting, for instance, is a simple yet effective way to replenish groundwater. By capturing rainwater and allowing it to percolate back into the ground, we can recharge our aquifers and reduce our dependence on groundwater extraction. Similarly, treating and reusing wastewater can significantly reduce the demand for fresh water. The Delhi government has also highlighted the importance of water-efficient appliances and practices. By using water-saving taps, showerheads, and toilets, residents can significantly reduce their water consumption. Additionally, simple practices like fixing leaks and watering plants during cooler hours can go a long way in conserving water.
The Yamuna dispute, a political quagmire. Adding another layer of complexity to Delhi's water woes is the ongoing dispute with Haryana over the Yamuna River. The Yamuna is a major source of water for Delhi, but the city alleges that Haryana is not releasing its fair share of water. This, the Delhi government argues, is exacerbating the water crisis in the capital. Haryana, on the other hand, maintains that it is releasing the agreed-upon amount of water. The dispute has become a political hot potato. with both states blaming each other for the crisis. This blame game, however, does little to address the very real water shortage faced by millions in Delhi. The Yamuna dispute highlights the need for a collaborative approach to water management. It is essential for both states to come together, set aside their differences, and work towards a solution that ensures equitable water sharing. The livelihoods and well-being of millions depend on it.